My niggas, they gon' shine. You know I'm down up on my dick shit. I been stressed out. But Christy hit me, yeah, she tells me, kid, you wanna get stressed out.
Yo, what's going on, my YouTube garden gang, fellow Gromies? It's your boy, Rello, back here with another installment in Rello Mellow Garden. Today we got another episode here of our 2x4 grow, our little cheaper 2x4 of the two we got. 3 100-watt lights in here. Y'all can see those. You'll see our 3 clip-on fans that we got circulating air, plus our 4-inch inline exhaust fan. Real simple setup. Our other 2x4 is a Spider Farmer 2x4 using a bunch of smart equipment. This one, everything is kind of basic, less instruments, but we can still get a hell of a grow out of it. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into this episode.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Rello Mellow, back at Rello Mellow Garden, and we're here with our 2x4 tent. We're being real quiet because our girls in that Spider Farmer tent are sleeping. Nah, I'm just playing, y'all. We in here. They are sleeping there though. They on flower, so they only get 12 hours of light. These here are getting 18 hours of light. I seen some people pointed it out, I think, which I'd also already noticed. I think I've noted it a little bit back previous in some videos. Before we get to that, we back down here on day 30, so we're into week 5 of flower. It's been 2 days since the end of last video. But yeah, we were having some problems keeping the humidity up in this tent for some reason. It's way up in that tent. This tent, I guess with it being smaller and those lights all at 50%, it's got about 150 watts worth of light going right now. Probably a little hotter in there since it's 3 individual lights. It's probably forcing the humidity down, but it creeps up into 70s when light is off. Anyways, I think I figured out a way, since my humidifier broke and I haven't replaced it yet. I got to get another dehumidifier as well for when it's time to dry these girls. 70% humidity is going to kill the dry. I know that from the plants we just harvested out of here not too long ago. Terrible, because I didn't have my dehumidifier working. So I got to replace both of those, but we're good for the meantime. I think I figured out a way to keep the humidity up in there. It's nothing complicated. We did just pH that water. It's like a 6.35. I would prefer a 6.5, but I'm not about to keep playing with it to get it exact. The soil should be at a 6.5 and just buffer that out so it'll be good. Anyways, go ahead and get this thing open. I guess I need to come and turn off the exhaust fan back here. And we'll see if keeping this completely sealed with a little bit more wet material keeps that humidity going good with that exhaust fan running. And yeah, that's not bad. I prefer 65. But it ain't got to be perfect 100% of the time. That's a lot better than the 50 to 55 we were at. Those are better for like mid-flower. That's a VEG or a humidity for mid-flower. Temperatures are fine, the low 80s with higher 60s. I would prefer mid 60s. I think it's like a perfect range for most cannabis cultivars and veg. Anyways, I think if we do keep that up there, which now having the tent open is probably gonna drop it a little bit, I'll just come and mist in here when I close it up again. But yeah, we just got a few extra containers of dirt. This is already 9 gallons worth, so these 2 probably take it up to maybe 10.5 gallons worth of soil. Maybe just 10. But I wanted them spread out, that way it's kind of even distribution of moisture to evaporate up into the air. And since this is a little higher than our canopy, the humidity is probably actually a little lower down here, or a little higher down here than it is up here closer to the lights. So yeah, that's all well. We should see some more rapid growth. I think they are actually looking pretty good, I would say. for the 2 days it's been since we last seen them. Plenty of branching coming out of all of them. Yeah, we should have a fairly good veg run here now that I figured out a way to get that environment a little better. Again, if it was exactly where I wanted it, humidity would be 65. Temps, yeah, that pretty much 81, 82, 83. Right on. And I think I generally see good results with those environmental factors. But yeah, I can definitely tell, at least as far as growth structure and overall yield, assuming we don't do nothing crazy like we have been and do something that is going to mess us up heading into flower. We've usually been having perfectly fine veg periods, then do one or two dumb things that mess us up in flower. But I think we're going to be good this time around, because we now know what most of those dumb things were, so that we don't do them again. Anyways, we can see it's like 2 tops, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them already. Yeah, that's a beautiful sign. And now that that humidity's a little higher, they should be able to grow a little quicker, start building up. I think we're gonna be looking real nice. She probably is gonna be one of the higher yielding plants here. She's doing a great job bushing out. Our second scunch over here, not looking too bad either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then our Trap Queen crossed with Grease Monkey number 1. Little less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not bad though. They all look good. But yeah, we can just look at that girl in the middle. That's the Trap Queen crossed with Grease Monkey number 2. She looks real good. We did defoliate a leaf off camera off of each one of these. I think this one had something covering up over here. We might have took 2 off of this one to get that one more light right there. And yeah, you can see all these pretty exposed. I might actually want to take this leaf off of here to help that, but I'm gonna leave it for now. Just kind of mess with it. I think here pretty soon, especially with this one, if these continue to grow at a decent pace, we'll let them grow up a little bit more, unless they keep this kind of lateral growth that they're doing going, which they'll just stretch out here regardless. But if they start more vertical growth, we're going to start bending them out to fill out these pots. And yeah, once these have all breached the widths of their pots, at least roughly across the entire radius of it, we'll probably get the trellis net going, try to start tucking them through that, and do what I planned on initially having happen in our spider farmer tent, which was just throw them in there, get all the branches under the net, let them grow throughout the net for like a week, and then flip to flower. And yeah, we might be on good pace to have a not too long a veg time and all that good stuff. I am gonna want to occasionally, I haven't done it yet, I should have poked some holes in here before filling in the dirt. I kind of forgot that I wanted to try to utilize that Spider Farmer 3-in-1 sensor up until we get the trellis net in here, when I won't be able to move them around. Assuming we go for the net. I might not, depending on how full they get in here. I might just let them grow, but more than likely we'll use it. And yeah, I want to get some holes in here so we can stick the soil sensor in there. You get better results lower in the pot than at the top. The top is obviously going to dry out more. It's less electrical conductivity, so you just get a more accurate reading if you at least can get the middle or bottom. Other than that, it's time to throw some water. 32 ounce or 16 ounce cup. I really don't even know how. They honestly might not even need much water. They kind of feel real moist still at the top. But it's been like 3 days since we last watered them. And this again is why that soil sensor would come in handy. There are other methods. Dig a little hole in there. Still feels fairly heavy as well. I don't know. There might actually be an argument to hold off on watering these for a little longer. Maybe I should scoop this fan down. Get a little more air blowing across the surface there. Yeah. We'll go ahead and say scratch that. Not gonna water today. Seemed a little too moist actually. Probably just gave them a little more water than they needed the last time I watered, so it's holding on to it a little longer. Versus there being some problem to where they're not uptaking the water at the rate they should. Which if there is some problem underground, it ain't gonna take too long for it to start to show above ground. Right now, things look pretty good. Could maybe be developing a little faster, but that's largely, I'm chalking it up to the fact we didn't have this humidity closer to these ranges. I might actually pour some more water on these little side containers of dirt just to get that humidity a little more up. Plus, since we're leaving the tent open right now, it's letting humidity drift out. Speaking of which, I think we're gonna call it for today. That's our little update. Yo, what's going on, y'all? We back down here on day 34, 33. I think it's 34. Our nice little 2x4 grow. 2 trap queen and that skunch. And I think, personally, it's looking fairly decent in here. We have been maintaining that humidity that we want. Temperatures are good. A fair amount of defoliation, though I don't want to keep constantly picking leaves off. And they are kind of growing and branches moving around, which lead them to cover stuff up, but we want that type of stuff there exposed so it continues to grow out. Not really too much to go over in here today. We're not going to be doing much. I did poke some holes in here so I could stick that Spider Farmer soil sensor down in there. I'm thinking they're good on water for today. They might need a little more, but if they do, we can't really get them anyways. I just used all this water. Trying to run a lot through my other tent there and stabilize the pH over there, but that's a lost cause at this point. But yeah. This tent definitely looking good so far. Plan is to keep it this way. I'm thinking somewhere between day 45 and day 50, we're gonna flip these to flower. Once some of these lower, this one is really evening up good. That one's getting there. Once some of these lowers though catch up to the top buds, sites, branches, whatever, I'm thinking I'm gonna throw a trellis on in here and try to spread these 3 out, and hopefully they'll fill this tent space out and we keep that root zone happy. But yeah, just gonna go ahead and wrap up this video for today. As y'all know, if you found it helpful or entertaining at all, do leave us a little like. Greatly helps out with the channel. If you made it this far in the video, shout out to you. Watch time is amazing. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with your boy, that's still tapping in. I ain't noticed a slight drop in views, but I'm not too worried about it. Of course, subscribe to the channel. See how we finish these plants off. You'll see our Spider Farmer grow. Plenty of more stuff we want to grow. We actually did today just get in a pack from Legacy Leaf Seed Co. They reached out to the boys, sent us some stuff. We'll have a video about this either out today or tomorrow. And y'all can check that out. Let me know what y'all want to see grown first. We'll showcase all that. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here.